All right, and we should be live.
Funnily enough, my dad did that like the past month.
So when Gimli gets old and the kids have questions as to where he went, he went to Amber's farm.
No, you want to teach them about that young.
Yeah.
Appropriately, so then when you go, it's not gonna kill them.
Start young. Start traumatizing the kids young.
But isn't the whole thing, like the whole trope, that it was a farm upstate, so it's close enough that they could still like go and visit if you really wanted to?
I mean, cemeteries.
Yeah,
are
something like that. Yeah.
I mean, it is, well, I don't know. I don't think technically you're up, but you're, Canada is up from me.
Actually, I think from you, we're kind of down.
Yeah, they might be south of you.
I believe.
Are you saying Gimli will go to Canadian hell? Like Canadian hell? Canadian hell?
No, I'm just saying there's a good excuse as to why we can't go see him.
Good luck with that.
We'd have to cross a border. It's like 2,000.
Oh, if you're saying he's up
away.
in, if you're saying he's up in Canada, then go with the stereotypes. He became a snow dog. He is pulling the sled.
Of Santa.
No, dog sled.
Mm-hmm.
In Nunavut.
Yes.
Because they're gonna laugh at the name of Nunavut.
Maybe Santa has a sled of dogs for when the reindeer are resting, and he's just working around his workshop.
No, those are for
getting
pulling
the suntan.
naughty children back to the North Pole for something.
Back to Krampus's warehouse.
Mm-hmm. That's where they put the kids to work.
Yeah,
Well,
Krampus.
that's a good segue to say if you
beating
want to
with a
save
stick.
kids from Canada, we're raising money for Extra Life, specifically Mac Kids in Hamilton, Ontario. So donate. Every $10 you donate is one kid saved from Canada as part of the Goblin Tuesday team. Springer also makes knives. Donnie does TikTok. Fox streams over at Crick Crafters. I stream on my personal channel, and sometimes we like to have fun and play D&D after we're all done talking. Tonight it's Wednesday, Rise of the Everchosen, which is led by Azrael DM's Canadian over here. And Sundays is Fox's game, the Herald of Rain, from the Empires of the Silk Road setting in Historica Arcanum. And every other Tuesday, when people aren't sick, Amber runs when Nine Lights Rise. But yeah, let's get into it.
I just gotta say that I do appreciate the fact that you get sick for your own game and not for mine.
Yeah. Because there's more work to be a DM than a player.
Well, I'll be honest, like today, I'm sitting at my computer, I'm just like killing time. I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta make a map for tonight.
Must be nice.
Well, who wants to do a recap? I think Tobias should do a recap.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say Durkin should, because he's the only person without inspiration right now.
But it's
And
not
he was
as
such
fun.
He was such an integral part of what happened last week. So,
But it's not as fun when I have to tell the story of what I did.
Do it in your
So I'm a rat bastard, and when I was making a character to replace Alder, I thought, I want to play a tank without a shield. And Donnie was like, oh, okay. And I was like, hey, what kind of factions are there? And he said, there's this Blackguard that's the Dark Elf. And then I was like, ooh, that's kind of cool. And then he's like, what do you think about being related to Tobias in some kind of way? And I was like, yeah, that sounds good. So then I had a terrible idea, which came to fruition last week when we were trouncing through the jungle looking for the Dark Elves that took something that a skinky little, wait, no, not skink. He's a Skaven. A Skaven little rat bastard wanted us to find this heart of the temple that contains the portal to Nurgle. I just saw Fox's comment in chat. So we found this dark elf camp, and Durkin and Deshanshar head their way to the camp, where Durkin uses his station as a blackguard to gain permitted entry to this war camp. And we met with a lovely couple of ladies who are from was it the Ashkar clan?
Yes.
Which happens to be the people whose Hydra we fucked up way back earlier in the campaign. Although, be it with Alder's help, it went much more smoothly, so they don't know who we are, hopefully, right now. In talking with them and the pleasantries that come with the eternal dick measuring contest of dark elves, Durkin had to reveal his name in talking with this female, and revealed his name to be Durkin Furian. Why is Fox laughing? I hate this.
Female, kill his character instantly, Azrael.
That's what I didn't know her name yet. I'm trying to be true to the character and telling this what happened. In that, she said, "Oh, isn't and then she said, "Oh, the Furian clan. That sounds familiar." And Deshanshar said, "Oh, maybe you know our grandmother, Latila." She said, "No, that doesn't sound right, does it?" And then looked at Durkin, who then had to reveal that, yes, he, as a member of the Blackguard, went to the family's home and removed Latila's head along with the heads of many other elves of the family that day due to some political posturing the family had been doing. You know, the kind of thing where when you fuck around, you have to find out. And Durkin was the, as my grandpa would say, the dildo of consequence rarely arrives lubed. And dildo was Durkin that day.
Durkin is a dildo.
So, Durkin is a dildo.
Our new Dice Bag sponsorship is gonna be wild.
It's canon now. So Tobias had to find out that yes, Durkin is his cousin. Yes, Durkin killed his grandma, both of their grandma, and in that was able to come to an agreement to allow the rest of the party, who Durkin called slaves. It's very important that everybody remembers that they're slaves when they're in this camp. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a, they will remove heads. In exchange to be able to learn more about this heart that has been stolen, the magical effects that it has, kind of deal being brokered with this Ashkar lady, potentially requiring us to bring her a Slan, specifically the one that we've met with. How we're going to accomplish that, I don't know. Did I miss anything important? There was a lot of talking.
I think that covered it. I can't think of anything else.
So they want the Slan in exchange for the heart, which the Slan want.
So, yeah, you were sent to Shahutek to close the rift. There you met the Skaven, who are like, the Dark Elf stole the heart, bring it back so I can stabilize my creations and fight pestilence. And then, yeah, you went to there and like, well, no, this is ours now. We took it fair and square. And then there was actually some pretty convincing dialogue back and forth. And I'm like, you know what? You actually talked your way into this. I was kind of adamant that this was not going to work, but yeah, it's very convincing. And then the dice rolls helped too. And then, yeah, the deal was, they will give you the hearts, but once you're done with it, they expect the slander in return.
This is
because
not going to end well.
removing the Slan from his city would greatly weaken the forces there, and a temple city with an active Slan would have artifacts and riches untold for pillaging, because the whole reason they're in Lustria is to find artifacts and natural resources and all that fun stuff.
Oh boy, what a choice! What a choice!
More dinos for the Dino Riders. But yes, luckily now our more arcanically inclined people are here.
I would like to cast Sunbeam and kill everybody. These guys.
Tobias will speak up, and he'll say, "So you came across the prophecy too?"
Yes, we had some of our forces report it, wrote it down. It made no sense to us.
Does that change your mind about anything?
Change my mind in the sense that I will allow you to take this relic and leave here alive.
Okay. So what do you know about the relic? You had any time to investigate it?
Our first attempts didn't go well, I know that much.
What happened?
sure- Which direction did you come from? You would have come from the west? Off the cliffs?
Yeah. Yeah, we spied your camp first from the west.
Okay. So you'd have seen the arcane circles that are just outside over here. Those went up after the first attempt, because that entire section was devastated by an arcane explosion.
What were you trying to do with it?
Access the power. Since then, we haven't had too much success. We've been able to determine that the magic that is contained within doesn't match any of the how do the humans phrase it? The colleges, the different winds of magic. It's all of them and none of them at the same time. It's confusing.
What do you think can be done with it? Your best hopes, your best guesses.
If the potential is there, it would allow someone who controls it the ability to unleash a magical power like the world has never seen. And if you put that into the hands of someone truly powerful, like the Witch King, Ulth One will fall within days.
May I see it?
That is a good question. Because we haven't actually agreed to a deal yet.
What if we borrow the artifact, take it, complete our mission, and then bring the artifact back? Would that be the best case scenario?
But that doesn't bring me this land.
So you want the Slan more than the artifact? The artifact that'll give you Ulthuan in days.
No. I want both. Because who would have better answers? Who would be able to crack the secrets better than one of the most ancient creatures who've ever existed?
That is a good point.
So we take the artifact, seal the rift, portal, and then retrieve the Slan and come back.
I will agree to that on one condition. And she kind of holds a hand behind her and, fuck, what did I call her? Ferdeza just places a gem into it and she puts it on the table and slides it across to you and says, one of you takes that.
What is it? Is that one of the
That-
gems that Durkin smashed on me?
I don't know which one you're talking about.
When Durkin first
Oh.
showed up, he walked up to me and smashed something on me. Like a locator.
King.
He's asking, I think he's asking you. as
He's
the
asking the
not
DM.
the-
Sorry.
The DM doesn't remember.
No,
The
no,
thing that
I
let me track him.
yeah. Oh, so this wasn't Tobias asking.
This was Springer.
Springer asking Donnie, not Tobias asking for
Let's just change who you're talking to conversationally without actually letting me know.
Sorry. My bad.
Okay,
It was
Oh,
just
there
some
you go.
boys.
talking to me.
Couldn't you tell?
Roll an Arcana.
That's a 24.
There's a magical power in the gem, but even still, I don't think you'd be able to recognize really what was in the first one compared to this one. I mean, if you'd waited a second, she was going to explain it anyways.
Okay. Just curious. Right, Alvin? Alvin was curious too.
Because she slides it across to you and says, "This will allow me to keep an eye on you, regardless of where or when. And you will never know when I am looking in, but I will be watching. If you double cross me, I will unleash such a fury upon these jungles that even the Witch King can't save you, Blackguard."
Tobias steps up to take the gem.
So just like that, you agree. Okay. And the one sorceress on the left side there stands up from her chair and walks through the tentfold.
I look for my helmet back from the person who took it.
in an instant, he puts it in your hand and steps back.
Put my helmet back on and follow the sorceress out.
Okay, walk through the wall.
Is she coming back with the thing?
We headed that way, or is she head south?
Did it not?
I saw her go that way, but we don't see a door or anything.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's why he said walk through the wall.
Okay.
I was watching the cameras, not the map.
Sorry,
Oh.
Me too.
I was distracted.
Can't use Alvin as an excuse for everything. That's
Purring.
illegal.
He was purring.
I can't pick up my four-legged fluffy that easy. He's a little bit bigger.
That's quitter talk.
Oh, I can't pick him up, but
So, in front of you, like, there's a couple circles drawn on the floor. One really looks like it's just powering like a smaller gem for illumination. But the bigger one, there is a rock that's suspended. You can see like tendrils of magical energy coming up from the circle and going through this altar. It's connecting to it, hold it in the air. And like how it was described to you by Rickett, the stone is constantly shifting in color. Not like a rainbow effect or like pearlescent, but it's even like kind of almost imperceptible. Like one moment you swear you're looking at it and it has like a greenish tinge to it, and then you blink and now it's like a hot pink, and you blink and now it's like a deep royal blue, but you never actually see it changing colors. Moreover on that is that the shape never is the same either. It's constantly changing, but just enough that it's noticeable, not like, it's going from circle to like a kidney shape or anything like that. It's just the rough edges. Some will smooth out, some will get rougher. There'll be a little crevice down one line, something like that.
Question.
Answer.
I don't blink, so if I stare at it, what happens?
Pick a color.
Blue.
Okay. Do you ever glance away from it?
I'm kind of staring at it at the moment.
Okay, as long as you stare at it, it never changes color.
Interesting. I look away and I look back just to see. Then I stare at it for a while.
Well, if you just come in and look at it and you're like, if you're staring at it, you wouldn't know that it was changing.
Right.
So for you, it's just a rock with a bluish color that's hanging suspended in the air.
And we were told that it changes color.
Mhm.
So I don't think this rock is the one we're looking for. It doesn't change color.
And it changes color for us.
Every time your line of sight is broken, it changes color, it changes shape.
I just gave
Make it-
Noridia a look like,
It's blue.
I think the first time Malcolm notices this, he's just gonna turn it into a game. So he's like gonna look away slowly and then look back as if he's trying to catch it in the act.
And every time it's different. You're never quite fast enough.
shocking. Does this sorcerer
Actually-
just like,
The sorceress watches you doing this, and she looks at Dirk and goes, "There's something wrong with your orc."
I think it's normal for an orc.
I wouldn't know. I've never taken the time to get to know one. I just know how they die.
It's been an experience.
May I study this for a moment?
How?
I want to see what I can divine with my Arcana check.
Okay, how do you, as above table, since we're going to clarify that, so we're sure we're talking with different voices here. How do you plan on interacting with this to learn from it? What is it you want to do?
Well, first I want to just do an Arcana check to see like what kind of vibes it's got.
Okay.
I want to determine the aura.
What vibes does this rock have?
Well,
Alright,
it clearly
roll an
is the
Arcana.
wrong rock. It doesn't change color like it's supposed to.
Roll it up. It's definitely the wrong rock, because like I said, it doesn't change at all. But you, even just standing there, you feel an immense power that's beyond anything you've ever felt. It's beyond any enchantment, beyond any natural magic, anything you've ever experienced. There's more in this. Like, this rock is maybe the size of a basketball. Which, for something to be that powerful and that small, it's just incredible.
Is it safe to touch?
We've never touched it. I don't know.
My Arcana check, do I think it's safe to touch it?
I don't know. Do you think it's safe to touch it?
Well, we have to be able to take it with us. How did you get it here if you didn't touch it?
There's a great, powerful magic item you might have heard about. Maybe not, because you're from the deep. It's called a bag.
So did you use Mage Hand to put it in the bag?
If you just hold the bag wide enough, it goes over top. You scoop it underneath. With something that powerful, where you don't understand the magic, are you stupid to use magic around it?
Well, we're learning the process. I was just about to ask what you've done, what has not worked. We're working at it. We're gonna figure it out.
The question wasn't directed to you. It was directed to the magic user in your party.
Well, no, I just didn't think about putting a bag over top and then scooping it. That didn't cross my mind.
Clearly. Do you have a bag, or do you need to borrow a bag?
I'm sure we have a bag.
Do we?
I have a pouch.
I got a backpack I haven't touched ever.
It's a basketball.
Apparently, I have a crowbar.
I think. I know. It's like I do the same thing. It's like, oh yeah, this exists. Apparently, I have stuff in here.
I have a backpack.
If everybody's just kind of like standing there for a moment, I think Malcolm would just kind of nonchalantly walk over with no shits given and just kind of scoop it into a bag, and then just turn back to everybody else like, all right, we're good.
And once you get it in the bag, you draw it tight, you pull it away. The magic energy that connects it to the circle fades out, and you can still see like the chalk lines for when they etched in the circle, but there's no power connected anymore.
Question.
What is with the hand raises?
It's
All raising
polite.
their hands.
Good lord. It's better than talking over people. Is from these chalk runes, are any of them familiar in any kind? Are they divine in nature or arcane in nature?
Roll an Arcana.
Like that.
You haven't the faintest fucking idea.
Mm-hmm. Natty one. Doesn't matter, it's just chalk. I look to the elves for a cue.
Now, what experiments have you performed? What should we not do? That kind of stuff.
What you should not do is try and unleash the power without fully understanding what is involved.
Yeah, we understand that. I'm saying, is there a button on it that says, "Don't push this button"? And just to be clear, I'm being facetious when I say that. Is there a specific process you've employed that suddenly exploded? That way, we can know not to do that process.
3 of my sisters tried to access the power, which caused a devastating explosion that slaughtered hundreds of our forces. We haven't tried much since then.
Okay, don't mess with it. Got
You know, if your tents were straighter, that probably wouldn't have happened.
it.
She just gives you like fox level of dagger eyes.
It's a high level.
It's pretty high, yeah.
Nobody's tried touching it.
I don't like the way you're rubbing your jaw. You said no one's tried touching it.
I bet if I did it.
Well,
That's okay,
This
because
is-
Mugger got it in a bag.
this has been enlightening. Thank you for, well, not really providing anything more than what we gathered in the conversation already.
Just know we'll be watching.
Yeah. And I go, "The Witch King sees all," and then I stride out of the room.
And she laughs at that.
As I stroll through this room, I want to give a very pointed gaze at Rivari. And I'll say, thank you for your assistance in the matter. It's been refreshing not to have to spill blood, although I'm starting to miss it a little bit. And as I say that, I just want to use a bonus action to do a Know Your Enemy.
What the fuck is that?
So I get to know strengths and weaknesses of a creature you can see within 30 feet of yourself. You know whether that creature has any immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and if the creature has any, you know what they are. And now I can't use
The
it until
hell?
I take a long rest. It's a
Pretty
Battle
bomb.
Master thing.
Oh, neat. That sounds awesome.
So
I become Sherlock.
No, it is. I have perfected the art of killing, and I want to know if I need to kill this thing in the future. How do I kill it? Like I said, just keep removing body parts until something works. I just have a
Wait
way
until
of
you meet a
narrowing.
Hydra.
I just have a way of narrowing down what body parts I need to hit.
What happens if we put Darkin versus a Hydra?
Oh, fucking
Durkin wins,
Durkin would
probably.
win.
the Hydras aren't actually that tough. Durkin against an Iron Scale on his own?
Thanks for the hydrate.
Mhm.
Story.
Like the
Maybe.
sound of
Oh, hydrate. Thank you.
it. Well, well, well.
So this feels odd to you because you're used to being able to put together this information. You look at her and you get nothing. And not like a sense of like, okay, she doesn't have any immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities. You understand that you got no information out of her whatsoever. And it's at that moment, Verdeza just shakes her head and goes, naughty boy. You should leave now, while you still can.
Naughty, naughty.
But Rivari kind of smiles and goes, if you want to find out what I'm capable of, Blackguard, we can go toe to toe, one on one, and I will send Malekith your head in a box.
I like her.
It'll be- There'll be time for that later. And I look forward to enlightening you on what a real member of the Blackguard can do.
Don't tease me with a good time. What is D&D? It's flirting with the homies.
Damn right.
As I walk out, I will just, over my shoulder, don't worry, my halberd's penetrated better. And then
Get out.
stride out before she can get another word off.
For that, you lose inspiration. Jesus.
Yeah.
That was
That was
That
bad,
was
even
kinda
for
try.
you.
yeah.
Please
Durkin's
try.
not charismatic.
A likely story.
Also, I just realized I didn't come up with a profile for her, so I gotta now build a Dreadlord profile.
A what?
See, you should Dreadlord,
Ah.
because that's what her title is. She's basically the Dread. Yeah, this is like what happened whenever I vortex to our what was it, Archibald? Oh wait, I see him. I don't see our our buddy. Yeah, I'm going for this guy.
You have a -3 to charisma.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy, oh, pal.
Okay. So you guys head out of the tent?
Yep,
Yep.
get it out.
What's the plan? You're not followed.
Well, what time of day is it? I accidentally got rid of my time thing. How do I get that back, by the way?
Why the fuck is the thunder playing?
Thaumaturgy.
I accidentally clicked thaumaturgy.
Oh. Like,
Next.
I don't remember that being part of this music.
Damn, I'm so cool.
Right now it's about 9 o'clock-ish at night.
Well, let's get out of the camp, set up the house, and then head back to this Skaven city. I'll be right back. Alvin's freaking out.
I will take out the little journal I've been writing in from time to time, write on a piece of paper, rip that paper out, and hand it to who would I be least offended to potentially touch their hand? Cardinal.
I'm honored. Ugh, I take the paper. Don't outwardly show too much, and I will just read what it says.
It says, "No way in hell we're giving this heart back. We should ask the Salon about it. Don't show this to Deshinshar, and then he crosses out Deshinshar, and it says Tobias.
I
Sorry.
will just look at you, and for the first time, there's just a placid nod.
Sorry, I just got back. What happened?
No worry about it. He gave me a note.
Okay.
But
That
a
worked out
bitch.
perfectly.
Perfect timing.
So do we get out of the camp and set up the house outside?
Yeah.
I'd say we get
Yeah,
a little distance away from these guys.
Yeah.
They won't come after us until we've given them a reason to.
While it was refreshing to see women in charge, they are quite full of themselves.
Right.
Dark elves.
Cardinal has the house of cards right now.
Toss it to you.
No. I toss it back. I want to see what you make.
Oh. Okay. I am going to make like a two-story, almost circular sort of. Think of it like a tent, like that kind of shape, sloped up
A
to the top.
yurt?
Something
what I
like
was
that. Yeah,
thinking.
something like that.
Nice. Yeah.
It's gonna be 2 levels, so there's 2 windows below, 2 on top, and a door right at the front, leading into this yurt shape. Below there's going to be 3 rooms, and then above there's 2, and a little like common area at the bottom where you do all the dining table, everything all there. Splits off into 3 rooms nearby, and then 2 rooms up top, with a little area you can look out of the windows from. How about that?
I dig it. Yurts are cool.
Yeah.
And is this ground level, or did you go up in a tree?
Let's say there's a copse of trees at least around, so it's not
Mhm.
immediately obvious in plain ground. We'll keep it on the ground for today.
Not immediately obvious to have this like bright red and blue walled house made of cards.
Well, these are
I
Warhammer
appreciate this
cards. Maybe
ass.
they're not red and blue.
Yeah,
These
maybe
ones are
they're
green.
green. Maybe they're brown, Azrael.
No, fuck you. Red, white, and blue.
America. All right.
No,
that
just like
case-
a deck of like royal playing cards.
Okay. We'll do it up in a tree, like about 30, 40 feet off the ground.
Okay. It didn't matter. I wasn't gonna attack you guys with anything.
It's a tree tent. There you go.
It's a tree yurt. The best of all worlds.
Hell yeah.
It's a tree.
That would actually be
Cool.
pretty awesome.
It's kind of built with the like around the tree, you know, incorporating the branches as part of it.
Okay, yeah. You guys get yourself set up. You're up in a shirt. And yeah, you've got the night to yourselves. Is there anything you want to do before you take a long rest?
Yes.
Also, who's taking what watches?
Take
Uh,
first watch.
Okay.
I make sure to let Cardinal know to show Neridia the note as well, but not the green skin or the half-breed.
I show Neridia the note. Once she's read it, I burn it.
I look at Cardinal, and I say, that tracks. Also, interesting that he would say that.
Tell me about it. He's starting to make sense. I hate it when he does that. Speaking of making sense, Tobias, what the hell? You didn't even consider twice before getting a permanent spy on us, Jem? Do you have
Well, I want.
plans?
Yes, I have plans, and I was just about to talk to everyone about that. The deal is, we use the gem, trade the gem, get to the portal, shut down the portal, and then we separately go get the salon on the way out.
I think we should see the salon before.
You think we should see the salon before?
capture
don't-
a Slan? Can we even capture us? How? We haven't even discussed.
I'm not
how to
talking
do
about
that.
capturing him before we close the portal. I'm saying we should see the Slan since none of us know how this works or if it can be used to close the portal, and speak with the Slan on if it can do that.
Use
I
his
don't know
knowledge
how
first.
this works. I know how to kill mages, not how magic works.
That's
Well-
not a bad idea.
What I was going to ask is if we can. I guess it's a good idea to learn what the item is, although I don't know if they'll let us walk out with it. But anyway, we go, trade the heart to the rats, close the portal, get the heart back, and then go capture the Slan on the way out. And get
So
both to the Ashgar.
I don't think we should be giving this to the rats. It's too powerful.
Well, then how are we going to get them to show us where the portal is?
We just kill him and find it ourselves.
Or we do the whole, you show us the portal and then we'll give you the gem. And then they show us the portal and then we kill them.
It's a decent idea.
Outrat
We
the
close
rats.
the portal and you have that thing that lets you teleport.
That's
you don't
true.
have to.
We'd be fighting whatever guards the portal and the rat horde.
But what I'm saying is, the deal is they want the Slan. That's the deal. I'm asking if we can give them the Slan and the heart as well, as a personal request.
Yeah.
No, the
when
deal
it's
was to give
when it-
them the heart back. They want it back.
No, the deal was to give them the Slan.
No, the deal was to give them both back because the Slan is the one that understands how the heart works. Above table, that's what they said.
No, the above
That
table.
is what we agreed to.
That's not what they said. They said they wanted the Slan above all else. And I even asked them, "You want the Slan over the heart?" And they said, "Yeah."
And she said, "No, we want
Yeah, I
both."
Said both.
That they want
Yeah,
both, but that wasn't the deal.
DM.
No,
DM?
that was the deal.
It's not the way I took it. Wisconsin death trip.
Death trip. Welcome in. It's a hell of a name. We are just discussing how we want to proceed. We've got a very powerful magic item, and we're stuck in between two rocks and a hard place. Wisconsin death trip was your father? I'm sorry. Just death trip.
But
Well,
yeah, so
It's not Wisconsin.
all
it's
of us
Wisconsin.
Yeah,
all of us understand the deal that we made is we bring them the Slan, and the reason they want the Slan is twofold. One, it weakens the city that the Slan was in, and two, like she said, the Slan is the best thing to learn about what this artifact can do. They want both together. That is the deal that we made when you took the crystal.
Tobias does not agree, but he wants to do that anyway. Tobias will say,
Yeah.
that wasn't the deal, but that's what I want to do anyway.
And that is what we will do. I don't want their army hunting us down as we try to leave this accursed jungle.
So,
Right.
the prophetic and fatalistic Slan, we're just going to wander into his house, and you don't think he's going to see right through us?
Well,
Well-
would the people who took charge of all of that explain what you were thinking, please?
Well, no,
I
no,
would
no.
love to.
With the plan being we visit the Slan first, find out about the stone, then visit the rats.
I think, as far as I understand, he believes that the prophecy regards us, and if it assists in that prophecy, he will assist. I just took that at face value.
Yeah, but they're,
A lot of
like I said, they were rather fatalistic. They don't see the prophecy as an end goal, they see it as the trip. So if we start messing with them on the trip, they're going to try and stop it. I don't think they're going to say, "Oh, the prophets want to take us over here. Let's go do that happily."
Well, we're not going
That part we
into...
deal with at the end. We're going to go meet with the salon now to learn about the power of the crystal. Then we leave him there, go back to the temple to deal with the temple, and then come back to deal with the salon as far as the deal after. Our biggest goal, as far as anything we are accomplishing, as far as my mission goes, is closing this temple of Nurgle. I give a rat's ass about the rest of what we have to do until that's accomplished.
Do I believe Durkin's biggest goal is to close the portal to Nurgle?
Roll an insight, and Dirk, and you can do persuasion or deception privately.
And this time, if it's a nat 20, don't say it out loud.
Oh shit, that's an 8. Let me spend a D10 just to see if I get anything better. To 12. Shit.
Durkin? Just one thing, Tobias. Remember that he said he's got a -3 to his charisma.
Minus
check.
3, true. So I got a shot. Is a chance.
What is? Don't give it like a yes or no, but like
give it some
more
flavor.
of a description on how he perceives you.
There is kind of a sense of just how would I put this? There is a sense of just frustration that this half dark elf, you can just kind of see over his whole body. He's just frustrated that you're focusing on all these other things, and we have a clear goal that we are all trying to accomplish together right now. Above all else in the world, that there's like almost a like he's holding himself back from just punching you. Like, he doesn't like it, but he is stuck with these people for the moment, everyone around him, to try to fight. Like, he's spent his life fighting chaos in the Chaos Wastes, fighting different things on behalf of Malekith, and he's been sent here to assist the group.
It's okay. You can say babysit.
Yeah, babysit. There's like a level of anger rising.
Okay.
Okay, so let's clarify. First step we're gonna take, go to the slot. Agree or disagree?
I agree.
Thanks, Wiscon. Have a good one. So we go see the slot and then figure out our next steps.
We at least exhaust whether he can assist us in any knowledge of how this thing works and if it can close the portal.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
I don't think we're going to use it to close the portal. The rats are going to use it. This is just their ticket to get us to the portal.
Why, you guys have said that you needed gems or something to close the other portals, this might be what needs to be closing this portal.
It's possible.
That being said,
I don't know magic, but this thing changes. Change and magic seems like the opposite of rot and decay, and did not you guys say that we needed to find an opposite power to close the portal?
Eh, From our best understanding, and like a lot of this is guesswork, for these last two portals, Nurgle and Korn, we've basically got to draw out the champion, kill the champion, and then that shuts the portal. And that these two portals will be different than the original first two portals. So, but all of the libraries and temples of Ulthuan, we're just guessing. That's our best guess for how it works. So, this, I don't think this magic item, the heart, is going to be used to close it. I could be wrong, and that's just off of what we think so far.
I grab like a piece of parchment and do a quick note. And where's the gem? That gem that they gave us? Who has it?
Tobias has it.
The spy
Or are
gem?
you keeping it? Mm-hmm.
Just keep it in his backpack, his gear.
I'm going to just slide the paper over to Durkin and just lift up my hand just a little bit, really quickly, for him to read. And then close. And then do the same for Nuridia. And then Mogrim. I don't know if Mogrim can read, but I do it anyway. And the paper says,
Theoretically.
remember, they can spy on us at any time. Be careful what you say.
Yes.
And you don't show that to me?
Nope, you have the gem. I won't destroy the paper just yet, but maybe I'll show it to you later.
All I can picture is Tobias
That's just
watching Cardinal go.
I'm gonna look at Tobias, and then I'm gonna very pointedly look at the backpack. And just hold his gaze.
Yeah. What?
Do you mind doing me a favor and coming outside with me for a second, Tobias?
You want to climb down the tree?
Yes. Leave the bag.
Tobias will take his bag and just put it up on the dining room table or wherever we're talking.
I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna show you the piece of paper after we're 30 feet away at least from the bag. And be like, I don't know what magic they're using or what distance it can go to. But you have brought us into a very precarious position. We should not be discussing any plans where they can be listening or seeing with divination magics at any time. That is the danger of that gem that they have given you.
So
Do you
what?
understand?
Oh yeah, I understand.
If they know we betrayed them, they could set a trap. That there's whatever dark elves do with massive armies that we cannot combat as a group of 5.
Why would we betray them?
If we, for example, do something that they might not like, help the Slod, or not bring the Slod in, because I don't know how the hell we're going to bring a Slod, a creature that is more powerful than any one of us, into their camp.
Slan with an N.
Slan.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult.
It's an understatement, my friend.
Yeah, well, yeah, I understand that. But I don't.
Like I said, when somebody is predisposed to not liking us, despite the two of you being dark elves and whatnot, but you could be from an enemy clan. They will take any opportunity, and they have the numbers. Even though they have given us this item, we have no idea how to use it. It is not an advantage until we do.
Oh, I think I understand.
What do you understand?
I don't think I want to say it out loud.
There you go. Let's head back up.
Tobias is gonna... Oh, he doesn't have any paper with him.
We can go upstairs. Once we head back up there. All right. Now, shall we get a good night's rest?
Sure.
And then head to the salon tomorrow?
Yes.
Works for
I
me.
think that sounds like a good one.
Well, y'all know who to volunteer for watches, so.
I'll take first watch.
I'll take the last 4 hours.
Nerdia, go ahead and roll the dice.
18.
Okay. First couple hours, you're like really on watch, looking out for both the things that are in the forest as well as, you know, dark elves on the that might have been following you. And after I'd say like the second hour, you start to realize that you are still relatively close to the dark elf encampment. So the creatures around have actually moved away. There's less movement in the forest because of the constant din of just an army-sized camp a few hundred meters away.
Mm-hmm.
If, like, once everybody goes to rest, I'm going to get up and sit next to Neridia, hopefully far away from the bag with the gem, and say, did we ever manage to get a name of this item? Has anybody referred to it as anything?
Other than what the Ricket or whatever his name
Yes,
was.
I forget the exact name. What is it called? If I wish to divine any information about it, I need it. The heart of what? Just the heart?
Can't remember. Can I roll a history check?
Sure.
'Cause Amber can't remember. That would be an 8.
On a natural one.
On a natural 1, that's an 8.
All you can
Try
recall is that
best.
it's ever been referred to as the heart.
I'm not sure. It could have been referred to as something else, but all I can remember is the heart.
Iridia.
Oh.
Do you have the ability to discern what magic items are?
I do not have identify.
Well, shit. The heart way then.
Well, I'm not saying to do that on the heart, because that would be magic on a thing that they said don't do magic around. I'm talking about the gem, so we know at least to what degree we are being listened in on.
That too.
I mean, I can examine it and see
We
what
don't
I
have
can,
identify.
but I don't have identify.
I'm going to. I'll just take a couple minutes and do some stuff. You go on with your watch. There's a couple spells I want to cast.
And then I will go to bed and go meditate.
Does Tobias take the bag with him, or is it in the common?
I'll leave it in the common room.
I would like to try Flash Recall, switch a spell to Legend Lore, and see if I'm going to attempt talking about the heart that. What was the name of the rat guy?
Ricket?
Ricket.
Okay, the heart that Ricket desires, and see if that works for Legend Lore. It says name or describe a famous person, place, or object.
Well, you have seen it.
It's not the scene, it's the. I don't know if it counts. If I just say this fancy crystal heart that shifts colors and shapes.
Name or describe.
Yeah, and it consumes 250 gold, which I will take off my personal.
Okay.
If it is a legendary-ish item, which I assume it is if it's so powerful, I'd like to know a bit about it, since I don't have identify.
What you get from that spell is you actually get a vision of it um, hovering in the air. There, it's in a cavern, but there are similar like carvings and statues around it that have the same like design and architecture you've seen around the cities of Lizardmen, often depicting like the old ones descending from the skies, using their abilities to carve and change the world into to match their plan.
Mhm.
And it's just perpetually hovering there. You can see it changing color, changing shape. And this time you can actually watch the changes happen. And it's very smooth and gradual transformation, which is a little off-putting considering when it's changed for you, it's been very sudden because you've broken that line of sight. But as you're watching it, for the first little while, you're focused on the item itself, and it's just revolving at that same pace. But then part of you is like, wait a sec, what's going on in the background around it? And you start to focus on what looks like this tiny drop of water that's just falling and falling. And then that tiny drop of water becomes a little stream. And you watch this little stream erodes the cavern and starts to push it back, and it widens to the point where the back wall that was relatively close to the item is out of your view. The rock that these statues are made of, you watch as they crumble and just fall into dust. And the only thing that comes to mind is like, this has existed. Anyone, from anyone's perspective, they would look at this as it has been around for eternity.
Oh, that gives me a little bit something to work with.
And actually, just gonna add a little bit more since you did specify Ricket. As the erosion like carves at this cavern and like the floor around it falls away, you start to see like these. It's considerable time later, but these roughly constructed wooden scaffoldings will rise up and move around it, fall away over time. You see figures moving about, but they're just blurs. Every now and then, you'll see one stops, very obviously Skaven in nature, before they scurry off and do their own thing. And then when time slows down, it's as you see this group of dark elves come in, wrap it in a bag, and then it blinks out. That's the end of the vision.
Group of dark elves come in, wrap in a bag, disappear. Okay, got it. Notes. Disappear. Okay, I'm going to snap out of the vision from where I was slowly levitating above a little chalk circle, step down and be like, oh, I got something. I'm gonna go to Neridia and say, but I won't spoil it just right now. Sorry to ask so many questions, but do you want to say something?
I was just gonna say, as everyone else is doing their thing, and like, cause we're already like trying to like plan to like rest for the night. Margaret would walk in and look around for the bag that, Tobias's bag with had the spy gem in it, and then walk over and grab it, and looks over to everyone else. I've sorry, trying to get back into a somewhat orky.
You're good.
I think I take the bag. I go back to. You all think cunning. You all think hard. I go take sleep. And then I'm gonna go back up to the room, taking the bag with the spy gem in it away from everybody else to theoretically give everyone some privacy. As I go upstairs into the farthest corner of the opposite end of the house.
Thanks, Margaret. Now, from what I know of divination magics, I have the scrying spell. Would I understand that this gem works as a sort of scrying focus or something of the sort, or is it something completely different? If I need to do checks, let me know.
Roll an Arcana.
Okay. To use guidance on myself. 24. Oh, I was almost on that 2013.
Cody, you're muted.
Do you have inspiration?
I do. Do
You
I want to
do?
waste it on this? Yes, I do. Let's just roll that 20. Do you want me to do the whole roll or just roll a 20 again?
Just roll the 20. So 14.
14.
It was an improvement. I'd say
I'm sorry.
your understanding of divination magic, you would assume it is something to give focus to scrying, and from the way they described it in the tent, to a point where like it increases the ability of the caster that's scrying, that the person being watched would essentially fail automatically their attempt to resist the scry.
Gotcha. Okay. And do I know of a distance radius for this sort of thing?
No, you don't know. That's
about-
pushing it a bit too far. You didn't roll that good.
I tried.
Tobias is up in his room, just out, sleeping.
Then I go to sleep.
will-
Just for flavor purposes, as Durkin is meditating, he is picturing every single step to the step as he moves through that camp, cutting off every person's head. That's how he meditates for 4 hours.
And you call Derek the Edgelord.
When you get to play Dark Elf Batman, you play
You're not
Dark Elf
You are
Batman.
You're not Batman.
You are not Batman. You're
In
the
the
Punisher.
context, in the context of Warhammer, where there
You're
are
not-
no Batmans, this
You are
is the
not Batman.
closest thing to
Batman
Batman.
stands for justice. You are not Batman. You're
I
the
stand
Punisher
for
or
justice.
something worse. You are not.
He
standing
stands for
I
Dark Elf
stand-
Justice. I'll give him that. But
I am legitimately Dark Elf Justice incarnate. That is specifically
I know.
the dark. That is specifically.
Justice
There are
and
three
vengeance.
paths of. There are three
Two different
paths. There are three paths of Blackguard. I chose the Executioner. Malekith says this person is guilty.
Vengeance.
I remove their head.
Vengeance, not
That's not
justice.
vengeance.
Vengeance.
That's not vengeance. It's not personal to me.
He's got a point.
Whose side are you on, Amber?
Well, I mean, it doesn't go towards our sense of justice, but he is doing justice for his race.
That's why I did say he is for Dark Elf Justice, so I'll give him that.
Yeah.
The only thing is he's
But,
not like a vigilante dark elf justice. He's like above board
He's a
dark elf
cop.
justice.
He's a cop.
Yeah,
It's not Batman.
judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah.
He's Harley.
Judge
Anyway.
Dredd.
What's it? Harvey
I am-
Harvey Dent.
No,
I am
Judge
the
Dredd.
law.
Citizen.
After my watch, I'll wake up Durkin.
Um,
Okay.
I do want to say before Malcolm actually goes to sleep, like I'm up in the room now. Nobody decided to take it away. I want to look in the bag and like keep looking away until it becomes green.
Roll. Just because we can,
Yeah.
with digital dice, roll a d60.
52.
Takes you 52 minutes of like your head going back and forth before you're like you do get some variations of green, but one's like a vibrant neon green, and one it's like you see like a goblin green, which is like very insulting to you, and you're like, no, that is not right.
Nope.
And
doing
you get to one where it's like your shade of green, but just a little bit darker.
I like this one. This one gives me good vibes. And so I'd like to root around into Tobias's bag and pull out the spy gem and just kind of look at the two for a moment. And then drop the spy gem on the green one.
Oh god.
Wait,
How'd you kill the party?
what does this mean?
Why?
I'm trying to.
DM
I'm
loading.
lost.
DM
Somebody explain.
unprepared. Hey, so
He dropped the spy gem on the fucking heart.
Donnie, let me help you out real quick. We'll find out what happens right after this restroom break.
There's-
Everybody, in the meantime, we have socials down below. We're raising money for Extra Life. Please go donate.
Fuck.
Help save the children from Mac Kids in Hamilton, Ontario. $10 will remove one child from Canada, and for legal reasons, that is a joke. Donnie does TikTok. Springer makes knives. I play TTRPGs. Fox DMs TTRPGs, and Shock just kills people apparently.
There's a sorceress in the tent who's spying on it. The moment the gem touches the rock, her head fucking explodes.
Now, Donnie, this is a perfect time
I'd be
for
happy with
us to
that.
take a break.
Yeah,
My eyes are
yeah,
watering.
yeah.
All right, going on intermission.
You know what was funny is I literally had the thought in the morning, Durkin being probably the hardest person to kill should hold that bag.
I was
And
surprised
then
nobody
he's like,
stopped
since
the movie.
nobody took it
Yeah.
away from
I
me,
didn't know you
the
had both of
second-
them. You had the bag with the gem,
had-
not.
Because
I had
he's
it in
the
the
one
first
that
place
took the bag and
because
put
I
the
walked
thing in it.
Yeah, because I was like, all right, yeah, Markham. If everybody's just gonna stand there, Markham's just gonna walk up and nonchalantly toss in a bag.
I
Just
literally
gunshot.
had the thought while Mogram's sleeping, I am going to take that away because the orc should not have it.
A nuke's gonna go
And-
off on the cliffs above the camp. And we go to
Anyways,
intermission.
Let's take our intermission. DM loading.
DM loaded.
All right, sorry, I had to go
Okay.
chase down the cat outside.
Okay.
Is that what they're calling it now?
He's soaking wet too. It's raining.
That's just making it better. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it here.
You don't hate it here. You just made one of those jokes on Sunday yourself.
I did not. Can't prove it.
I can.
All right, so
Pretty
you're
sure
back.
it was recorded.
Yes, we
Okay.
should be. Yeah, we're back.
Yeah, I just looked. Okay, so how I'm seeing this is Malgrim's up in his room. When he's looking at the thing, he kind of like sets it down. The bag falls away. This rock is just sitting on top of the bag, on top of the floor, and he's constantly doing this like head snapping back and forth. Right color? Nope. Now? Nope.
Nope.
Now? Nope. Right. And then when he
Yep.
gets to the right color, he's like just staring at it because he appreciates it. And then the thought enters, and he reaches over into the other bag because he doesn't want to break line of sight. He wants to keep that color green. And he's like, eyes wide, I'm not even going to blink. Rummages around in the bag, grabs the gem, pulls it out, holds it. He's like, yeah, that looks to be about right. And then gets this grin of like, this is going to be good. Drops it. And then all he hears is tink. It bounces off, lands on the floor, goes
Oh.
blip, 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 blip. Kind of rolls a little bit. There's no effect.
Oh, I'm back.
Aww. Gonna kind of look at it and just be like disappointed and
I would like to thank each of the 1,000 gods.
For some odd reason, a fire
When you
alarm
said
goes
you
off in
wanted
the
to look at
house.
it, did you look at the gem or at the rock?
I'm looking at the rock.
Okay.
I'm keeping it green for the moment.
Roll a Constitution save. At disadvantage.
Thanks.
Is that 17?
You actually like hold on to a point, like you start to feel your eyes drying out, and it's getting that like burning, itching sensation, and you're forcing yourself to keep your eyes open. You probably go in like a solid minute and a half
Mm-hmm.
until the point like even you can't hold back anymore, and you blink, and now it is a vibrant pink.
I'm just gonna like just blink a couple more times, get my eyes like nice and moisturized again, and then I'll reach around and I'll go find the spy rock and kind of look at it with like it was a great idea. I wanted you to explode, and then just kind of hug it back into its Tobias's bag. I'll go back over to the other one and blink through it a couple times, see if I can't get it green again. And just because it was such a nice shade. And then I'll start putting it back in the bag and touch it, because it didn't do anything to the rock.
It feels like a porous rock.
Porous.
And I will say at that moment, Durkin, you hear a voice and you're saying, "Get your orc in order."
You're
You're
muted.
muted.
Durgan snaps out of his meditation, takes a deep breath, starts walking up. It's like, you know,
If I hear him start coming up towards the room, I'll kind of look over real quick, and then put it back in the bag, and then just kind of flop back onto the bed, pretend I'm sleeping.
3-year-old method. Nice.
I'm going to just walk in, open the door. Mogram, you don't get to touch that anymore. And then just go grab it. Durkin just
in his
assumes
hand.
if she's talking to me, Mogram has been awake right up to this last minute because he does understand how the sending spell works. And I'm going to try to take the both bags away.
Well, he didn't say he said he flopped back onto the bed. I'm assuming like he's not within arm's reach. You can just grab it and walk
Okay.
out.
Yeah, I'll grab both bags, walk out of there, and tie this bag to me now. But Tobias is back on the wall, and then do my. I don't think I respond to her, as far as the sending goes. And then I'll do my watch. Perception. 22.
Okay. Yeah, you go through your watch. I'd actually say like every now and then you find yourself paying more attention back in the direction of the camp. Just because like the constant military activity that's happening makes you think of home. It's home in a very sweaty and just gross location, and you have a feeling that most of the ones that are behind those walls want to leave as much as you do.
As the Hallmark music begins.
Yeah, it was perfectly timed. But otherwise, yeah, your watch goes by without a hitch. And when you guys wake up and you start all making your way out, you see Durkin at his post, looking at one of the windows, with a very distinct bag now tied to him that wasn't there when he went to bed.
Good.
Long rest.
I got a message from our friends.
Yeah.
The orc was doing something stupid.
Mogram, what did you do?
Yeah.
I believe it's in our best interest that I hold on to this for the moment.
Both of them?
No, the other one, Tobias's bag is hanging on the corner, up on his whatever hook or wherever he left it. I am
Awesome.
holding the bag that has the big heart in it.
So, Mogram, what did you do? And what was the outcome?
I finna do nothing.
Don't you lie to me, Mogram.
All I did was poke it a bit.
Really?
It felt funny.
Don't make
Was
me
a
roll
nice
an
shade of
intimidation
green.
check. Can I roll mom voice
Was
check?
nice.
A mom voice check?
With advantage?
I'm not giving you advantage. You want to roll to intimidate the orc? Roll to intimidate the orc.
Fuck yeah. Mogram, that's a 16. Mogram, tell me right now, what did you do? I take off a slipper.
I want this opposed by an insight.
She got the
Okay,
chocolate.
By an insight.
Yeah.
You know, you had better choices. Oh, okay, that's not bad. That was a 19 for a 21.
That's bullshit.
Compared to Mogram, he views you as tiny.
I'm just gonna like, look down at you with a kind of like that cheeky grin as I look over to the trap door and just kind of dash outside.
No heals. No heals for anybody
Telling
today.
you should have let him die in the temple. He makes a
I should
better
have let you all
pincushion.
die. I should have made myself my own team.
You would replace me, the best archer in the world?
In a heartbeat.
With who?
Neridia, you can stay.
The second best
Neridia-
archer in the
Thank
world?
you.
Neridia,
Steve?
you
Would
can
you get
stay.
Steve?
I would get Steve, actually. Steve is less annoying.
That
I have
hurts.
a fighting
Kaylee.
team,
That
so that's all
hurts.
that matters.
I always liked his rhymes.
I will
Oh.
say one thing, Tobias, as you're starting to pack up, you realize that that vibration in your oath bow that's been going on for a week has stopped.
Yep, I've been tracking it.
Well,
Do
then.
we need to walk all the way back there, or do we have a more efficient
No.
means of getting there?
Pretty sure we can teleport.
We can teleport.
I know
To
there is.
this
There
land
was a
village.
There was a teleportation circle in the Slans. There was one of their shops, no? Or am I misremembering?
No, there was the sigil at the ruined city, but I don't know if there was one at the Slan city.
I don't think they showed you one
In the Slan? Yeah, that makes sense.
in. The fuck was that city's name?
Sahuatek.
Teo something.
No, Shahutek is where
City-
you are now.
No.
Talaxalan.
Saltepak is the person.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you spend enough time there that you'd assume that you're familiar with specific areas. You could try a teleport.
Especially where we spent the night. I'm gonna try. Do I have lucky? No, I don't. Alright. Well. Not letting me roll from the item. What do I need to roll?
D100.
Sorry, 1 second.
Yep, you good.
Fingers crossed. 24.
I
And you
do
were
want
aiming
to say
for
just
the place that you were. You said that you had been spending the night while you were there.
Yeah, there was a little clearing. We spent like hours there sleeping.
Yeah. Okay.
I do want to say it's kind of funny that we were specifically told not to do magic around this thing, and I dropped a magic object on it. You're literally teleporting it through the warp to come back into real space.
That is true. That is true.
Poor
Why did you
dog.
remind him of that? Why did you remind him of that, Shock? We were going so well.
I actually
was
want
nice
to say.
of
I want to say that like as this happens, like you finish the last bit of the incantation to cast the spell, and Malgrim just pipes up and goes, "Wasn't we not supposed to use magic?" And you get that like panic look in your eyes as everything just like melts away with that familiar teleportation. And in an instant, you're exactly where you expected to be. And there's no issue.
I just put my hands on my knees and I breathe out long and slow. I don't get paid
I
enough
think-
for this.
I think we are all too stupid to have this item.
I think.
This is the A team. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I think.
We are
I
killing
think.
it.
I think I think what you mean is it is the A team.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, that
What was
great.
the actual situation where they exploded their stuff?
They were
You
trying to
don't
pull
know.
magic out of it.
No, she
Theoretically.
said three
They were
sisters
trying
tried
to
to.
access the magic it held.
Okay, so clearly it's if you try and mess with this thing
Directly, maybe.
directly.
We don't know.
But
Let's
clearly,
not test that theory
magic
anymore.
around it is not going to, as long as it's not directed at this.
We
thing.
don't know. Right now, it's contained in a bag. What if it had been out in the open air?
Let's not. Let's just ask the Slan. Please, God. Where are. Oh. Hello? Anybody?
I think actually when you were resting in the city, you were in one of the houses, which was not that far from Slan's temple. And fuck, what did I call the little guy?
I remember that. Hold on, I had it just here. Anomok. Anomoq.
It was actually his house that you were in, and he's just starting about his day. You appear essentially in his living room. He almost walks straight into Mogrim. He takes a step back, he looks around and goes, What? What? What?
Deep breaths.
Why are you here?
Deep breaths. In. Hold for 5 seconds. Out. We're gonna need to
More
talk.
importantly, why are you on hands on knees breathing? What did you do?
We're gonna need to talk to the unfathomable one.
I just flip open the lid of the
Don't-
bag so he can catch a glimpse of the thing.
He looks in and goes, Why do you have a purple rock?
A what?
Why is the rock blue? Why is it pink? How is it smooth now?
I'll keep opening and closing it. Just
I
Well,
go
it's like
down
every
to
time he asks a question, he lifts his eyes, looks back down, and it's changing every time he looks away.
Anomok,
Magrim
look
is
at me.
peering over the corner doing the same thing.
Anomok, look at me. Look at me. We need to talk to Saltipuck. Now. As soon as possible.
I have a feeling he's not going to like this. Come with
Yeah,
me.
well, nobody likes this, alright? I'm blaming Malgrim.
He's a very pretty rock. I like the green.
And like he quickly takes you through the city, straight up to the steps of the temple. And as you walk in, the temple guard all kind of like they were much more relaxed than the first time you were in. And as Anomok walks through, they all kind of like snap to and straighten up. And within moments, Joltapak rises from the water, looks at you and goes, Intriguing. I didn't expect you to return so soon.
Can I do an insight check to see if he has foretold our nefarious purposes in the future? Like, does he know? Does he know, or does he guess that we're coming? We may be coming for him in the future.
Go ahead and roll, but you're gonna need 30.
As he does that, can I take that gem of scrying, give it to one of the guards outside, and say, hold on to this for me, would you? And then close the doors.
When you
if they
use
let us.
inspiration.
You even hit a 30?
Yeah, I can hit a 30. Do I have to use? Well, not that it matters. But let me roll tactical mind.
Gem also bring it up to a 25.
Do you have to use the new roll?
I mean, if you use the first roll, it'll bring you up to a max of 27.
22, yeah. Well, if it still fails, I get it back.
Yeah, it fails.
Okay. just to check.
There's absolutely no indication to you that he would be that would even be something to like for him to contemplate.
I forgot to take my long rest. Hang on.
Because like
Just-
you walked in and all he said was, I didn't expect you back so soon.
Just in case it ever shows up and you want to fuck us up, I left the gem with one of the guards outside the door. Say.
Mm-hmm.
We have questions that go beyond our understanding,
Please help us.
and I will lift the bag, the lid of the bag, and kind of lean forward so he can see the thing.
As you open up so he can see, He kind of like raises a hand, and the bag lifts out of your hands and
It's
floats over
tied
to
to
him.
me.
It lifts out of your hands and floats forward until it gets to the end of the knot. It just goes. You feel it tugging on you. And he's like, "Release it."
I figured it was important, so untie.
So it finally drifts over to him, sits down on the throne in front of him. He lets the bag fall away, and he just stares at it for a solid 5 minutes, not saying anything. Every now and then, he blinks, and you're not used to judging expressions on this toad-like face. But the first time he blinks, you swear to God, his head just tilted just a little bit more. Like, that's unexpected. Finally, he looks down at all of you and says, "Where did you find this?"
Well, some Skaven. It was down in a very deep cavern for an eternity almost, and then some Skaven found it, and then the Dark Elves stole it and took it to their encampment a while away from here.
It's interesting. Do you know what it is?
Not a clue. Only that 3 of their sorceresses tried to attune to it, and it had some sort of backlash and killed a lot of people.
I would assume so, yes. What did they tell you about it? What did they learn?
They learned that it was so powerful that it could make anybody with power be able to take over the world, and that it has no discernible school of magic. It's all of them put together.
And magic that doesn't exist as well, apparently.
And they want a steep price in exchange for our holding of it.
How steep of a price?
They want us to bring you back to them. Now, I, for one, am sordidly in disagreement with that. I like you more than them.
I appreciate that. I also, and like, the most disturbing sound you've heard is this, like, grating, wheezing laugh. He says, "I would love to see you try."
Wouldn't. I'm good.
You wouldn't. He like glances over at Durkin and Tobias and says, "They might."
Yeah, I know.
But he said it isn't a discernible school of magic, but it's all of them, and
None of them.
none of them. And that actually makes some sense. I haven't felt this magic in millennia. It's magic of creation. This has the powers of the old ones bound within. I've never seen something like this in person.
Do you think we could use it to close the portal?
Certainly might be possible.
I
I
pointedly look at Tobias.
I don't have an answer. I cannot guarantee it.
don't
I
think-
I do not know what this is capable of.
gods.
And that sentence thrills and terrifies me.
Power of creation. And even you don't know what to do with it. Oh gods. We cannot give this to the Skaven. They also want it, by the way.
They want it back.
Yeah.
What use do they have?
They were creating
Create-
bigger monstrosities.
With these clan pieces, they like to have big, funny-looking beasties. They chop up real good.
I don't understand. I don't understand how this gives them beasts.
They have experiments of sorts. I don't know how they do it.
I think they say something about step. What's funny word? Step.
Stabilization?
That's what.
Ah, right. They wanted to use it to stabilize a heart? No,
Stabilize their
Their
mutations.
creations.
there you go. They're artificers of a sort. They don't know exactly what they do, but they use technology somehow in all sorts of twisted manner.
How do you know they want to stabilize their creations?
That's what they told us.
They asked us to fetch this from the Dark Elves in exchange for leading us to the portal. Skaven know about it. Like I said, stuck between difficult choices. Each one worse.
And what happens if you don't fulfill your end with the Skaven?
We'd have to
They
fight
just try
through
and kill
all the
us.
Skaven to get to the portal, which we don't know where it is.
I understand the desire to not return this to the Skaven. I wonder if there is wisdom in that, or if there's more pressing concerns. Because if you do not return it, you have to go through all of the Skaven?
However many Skavens there are in that entire temple underground to wherever the portal is.
So you don't even know how many you'd be fighting or what's ahead of you.
We've chopped up a lot already.
Would it not be possible for you to harness this power somehow, or anybody else?
For me to even attempt to tap in and get a taste of what this is capable of, and to do it safely, I would not do it without centuries of study. I do have older brethren that are deeper in the jungle that might be able to, but I don't.
It's alright.
My concern is the immediate, the path that you are on. We know now that there are Skaven inhabiting Jahutek. If you give this to them, we know where it is.
Well, what if instead of we don't give them the rock, but instead your forces and your allies join us for an attack on the temple? All of us, we carve a path all the way down instead of just the 5 of us.
To be able to muster enough forces to attack a fortified defensive position like Jahutek, not even accounting for whatever might exist beneath the city and the temple, we would need much more than I have at my beck and call. That would take months.
And it would leave us open to flanking attack by the Dark Elves. A better opportunity, right?
Not to that, or during that time, the Skaven amass their own forces and come hunting it for themselves. I do think your best option is to betray the betrayers. But that's not going to work until you are where it needs to be. I don't have I don't have experience with this particular clan. What I have learned through my priests is that where there is one of these vermin, you will find 100. I have a feeling that there is much more beneath that city than you believe there to be.
Already is the portal. Although, it pains me to leave, if that is as powerful as you say it is, the magic of the old gods, creation itself. Think of the people we could help with that. But if we must, then I would rather give it to the rats and have them keep the elves in check until such time as it can be reclaimed for better purposes. At the very least, they'll keep the Ashkar busy as we find our next portal.
And if their batsies blow up, nobody care.
Yeah. At least you know what's lying beneath Sahutek now.
Crude, but he's not wrong.
Then your wisdom has helped. Think we have a plan?
Sounds good, as long as we don't give it to the Skaven until he shows us the portal. Otherwise, he'll, betray us.
Mm-hmm. That exactly.
If you allow Tobias to roll another insight check, how well does he believe Sultapak on him not understanding the magic and really what the rock is?
You've got trust issues, buddy.
Roll an insight.
Can't imagine why.
I'll use a tactical mind. It's a 22.
Again, it's hard to read because you're not exactly familiar with the nuances of this land, but basing it all on the encounters you've had with him so far, he's never given you reason to doubt him, and he feels as truthful now as he did the first time you spoke.
Okay.
Well, friends,
So
should we teleport to the teleportation circle?
Should we leave the gem
suppose-
behind?
No.
Not
Not
this
the
gem.
rock. Or should we
So it's,
maintain?
no, destroy it. Can be used to track a Saltbach. I left a rock with your guard outside. It was given to us by the Dark Elves to make sure we don't double cross them, but now since we're planning to double cross them, I don't suppose you could find a way to get rid of it somehow.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Guys, we are so fucked.
Just make enemies left and right. Why not?
Above
What could
table,
possibly
we're,
go wrong?
we're so
why
fucked.
not? Yeah.
Fuck the Ashkar. They'll be busy fighting the coward rats once we give them this. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Before we leave, should we just leave? I got something. There's only one thing sort of important in the bag. Should we just leave the bag entirely?
What bag? What's in the bag?
Bag with the scrying gem. Should we go out the back
What
door
else?
and leave that bag there? Or are we gonna
Is
make
there
it
anything important in that bag?
my spell book?
Well, go grab it and leave the bag with them.
Well, then they'll see us leaving it. I can recreate my spell book, but it'll take a while.
Animok, can I ask you a very simple favor, please? Would you go to that bag and grab the spell book for us, please?
Can you just destroy it? Is there anybody here who can destroy the gem?
Oh, half. You're fun with it.
We will have to see. But yes, I can get the spell. Look, he reaches over, walks over, reaches in, grabs it, pulls it out, walks it back over. Says,
Now, can we
"Here."
leave?
Okay.
Thank you, Animok.
Real quick, is anybody here actually able to identify this gem so that we know what it is and if it has any lingering effects?
Cannot identify.
Because I find that we keep making a lot of assumptions about how things work and it keeps biting us in the ass.
Can't identify it. I can dispel it.
Yeah,
No,
but
I'm
maybe,
asking the people here.
Slon.
I'm asking Animok and Zoltapak.
Animok looks at it and just focuses for a moment. Looks back at you and says, "It's a scrying focus."
Okay.
Not that
Would
was
a
what it was.
ordinary dispel magic work on it? Does it have a radius of range that it works within?
Oh, let me try.
Can help. Oh, or
Can we lock it in a box lined with mud and it can't work anymore?
lead. You're thinking about lead.
Lead.
Sure.
Do they sell scrolls here? Maybe we should pick up a few identify scrolls the way we keep fucking around and finding out.
No, we don't.
Darn.
It was herbalism, remember?
Right, yeah.
We did potions, a lot of potions.
Just checking. Miss Caligar.
Alternatively, I know somebody that can probably destroy that gem. But I would need to borrow the Helm of Teleportation.
No. If Animok can't dispel it.
Well, the question now is whether or not our backstabbing is open or letting them figure it out.
They'll figure it out. Matters not. Go to the rats, we exchange it, we close the portal, and we get the hell out of Dodge and leave the fallout to fall.
So if that's the
Right.
case, we should take the gem with us till the last moment.
They will
The
spy
moment you
along.
say take the gem with you at the last moment, Animok opens his eyes, looks down, and where the gem had like this subtle blue glow to it, it's gone. He goes, Oh, you should have said that faster.
Well, game on. That works.
Let's go.
Uh,
Everybody ready?
you should expect the Dark Elves. They probably don't like you.
They're also arrogant.
So, just so I'm understanding, we are under the assumption that they can no longer freely scry on us.
Freely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But they can probably still scry on us to some degree.
Well, oh, hello, Raiders.
Hey, thanks for the
Welcome in,
raid.
bro, check
Welcome
back.
right in.
Welcome in. These are my friends. I've heard a lot about you guys from Crit Crafters. Welcome in, and from Glee as well. What are we doing?
Discussing
Thank you.
betrayals on betrayals on betrayals and whether or not people can spy on us.
That's true.
I'm asking DM above the table because I happened to look at chat right as that whole conversation happened. Is my understanding now that my understanding of what just happened is they were scrying on us and then he cut the magic off and they heard us say, and at the end we just take the gem.
What?
Is that right?
No.
You don't
We
know
don't
if you were
know if
being
they were
scried on
scried.
at that time.
Okay.
But you were
So that
having
was
that
just the
conversation.
identify.
Like you had handed the gem to Anamok and said, "Can you dispel this?" He said, "Let me see." And as Tobias said, "We should take it with us," he finished the dispel magic because he rolled a 16, which means he could dispel up to a level 6 spell on this thing. And then he's like, "Oh, you should have said that faster." Because now you don't have a choice. Now you just have a gem that's worth like 75 gold. A sapphire,
Either way,
let's say.
perfect, because now I can pointedly look at Tobias and say, there is no way in hell I am giving whatever the fuck this is, pointing at the artifact, back to some lady that does not respect Malekith and says Malekith's power only goes so far here. I am an extension of that power, and if I meet her face to face, her head will be adorning a fucking rug in my
Okay.
mansion when I finish the next 20 years of service.
How about better idea, which I didn't say out loud? We take it back to your father.
My father?
Yeah.
What good is a head going or a gem going to do in a grave?
The rock. We take the rock back to your father.
Yeah, my father is
Magical-
in a grave somewhere.
Oh, I thought above the table. I thought you put your father on as the head of.
No, I put
No, it's your father's brother, so your uncle is now the new head of the Furies. if I
Yeah.
remember correctly.
I thought that was your father.
no.
Okay.
No, he was talking about
My-
your
My
uncle.
father, in character, my father and my mother were dead the day I was born.
What?
Okay, drama.
That is the price of being a blackguard.
Do you mean
When it comes to the family, I am a Furian in name alone.
Okay.
This explains so much about you.
Okay, I
I was
understand.
raised in and trained from birth to be what I am.
All right. What about taking? All right. Well. All right.
Too late now.
I understand.
We head to the city. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Good, because we're going to fight a champion of wherever is there, so make sure everything you have is well prepared.
Markham just flexes and is like,
Right. Well then. Shall we?
I grab your hand.
Mhm.
Ever so
We tele-
daintily.
Thank you. As long as everybody grabs hands, we teleport to the entrance of the hidden city.
Watch the army be there.
In right now, that'd be crazy. That would be unrealistic.
He's
I would
rolling
have the
dice,
DM
guys.
I would have the DM like draw me a map to explain how fast they got there. That's bullshit.
they have these great big worms, and they just burrowed a tunnel through the ground, and
They have the
ran through it.
teleportation circle.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, for
a small
sluggers.
group, not an army. Teleportation circle has limits, unless they have the gate spell, which even then, there's another type of spell where you can open like to transport armies. That's really high level, like a level 9.
They're scrying on Durkin, but we don't know that.
I would absolutely not just message Booty randomly and say roll a wisdom save at -2 privately.
He would never. Booty, you have one job. Don't fuck this up.
Okay, this is now all above board. Put Mage Slayer into the chat so I know what that is.
Mage Slayer. Ooh, that one is good. That one is good.
I specifically chose this because it was like Mage Slayer, and that fits exactly what my job is in the Blackguard. And then when I read what it actually did after that, I was like, ooh, nice.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Oh, you
very
just
good.
decide you're gonna pass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but does he know it's happening?
There's
Usually-
nothing here saying
Usually,
yeah.
if scrying fails, your target knows that they're scrying on you.
If it fails, but you don't necessarily know it's happening.
If they succeed, the target doesn't know what it is making a save against, only that it feels uneasy.
Okay, so the target does know that.
I also have the Mantle of Spell Resistance, so the way I kind of picture it in my head, if this works, is Durkin doesn't know what it is, but he's been so conditioned to specifically as what's called a Path of Anguish Blackguard, which is I am sent to hunt down and kill mages that have offended Malekith. That is my job as an executioner. Like specifically Path of Anguish is your designed, trained to kill mages. It doesn't even really consciously understand what's happening, but as the cloak and the effect kind of takes his hand, just innately shrugs it off. And now feeling uneasy, he's looking around trying to figure out why, but has no clue that it's because somebody's scrying. Just feels spidey sense.
Feels
Shall we
ick.
teleport?
No, if you're going to the teleportation circle, it just happens.
Yeah.
I meant,
Okay.
are we doing the hand holding thing? Oh, never mind.
I'm sorry, Donnie. I would have
wanna
picked
hold
me
your
too.
head.
Donnie, I would have picked me too to scry on if I didn't know that I had
Well,
Mage
I
Slayer.
actually went through all of your character sheets and I'm like, oh, he does have the lowest wisdom.
Yeah, no, 100%. I would have picked me too based on the stats.
That is a fucking great combo. Speaking of which, Neridia roll a wisdom save at -2.
At -2.
Oh boy.
I wanna hold your hand.
Does she get advantage if she's being teleported through the warp?
That's a 6.
That would
Do you have inspiration?
I do.
be
Oh
hilarious.
shit, I
if
should have
the
used my
person-
inspiration first.
Try it.
It'd be hilarious if the person who succeeded on the scry
That's a 14.
happens
Okay.
happens to succeed on seeing into the warp, and then their mind breaks.
Let's not do that. I don't know how to heal that.
This is all
No, no, no,
happening
no.
as you're gathering together to do the teleportation, and like Durkin gets that uneasy sense, and he's looking around, just kind of confused for a second, and then immediately after that, you watch as Joltepak immediately raises a hand, like he's swatting something away, and goes, "Someone is very interested in you right now.
Yes, Toad Daddy.
I think
Thank
it's time to
you.
leave."
So cool.
Daddy. Yes, Toad Daddy.
He's the coolest, most useful NPC ever.
That's how it always goes.
It's always the toads.
No. These women, they find out you're 20 years from retiring with untold riches, and they just money grubbers.
God, just kill this character, please, Azrael. I'm begging
When this is
you.
all said and done, if you want to be my slaves, I would take very good care of you.
I will smite you where you stand.
And then we teleport.
I will smite you. Do you want to be smoten?
Smitten?
No, smoke.
I watch Moana way too much.
You're a
You want to be
grown man.
smote? Smoten?
Smutted? No.
Not
No.
smutted. Smutted is
I
a
can do
very different thing.
I can write that for you if you want, buddy.
Okay. So yeah, you guys teleport back to Jahotek, and you're at that southern entrance, and
They
you
were
look around, and you're the only ones there.
They were spying on us. We got to move. Tobias starts to break a run towards the front temple, keeping an eye out for sniper rats where they were before.
They shouldn't be shooting us.
If we just show up,
With a white flag, maybe. I don't know.
well, we don't want to be
They know
standing
about
on
the
the
flag.
sigil that they know about when they know
Let's
we've
go.
betrayed them.
We haven't betrayed them yet.
And
the
Neridia?
drow. The drow. We need to run.
Neridia, just a
Yes.
moment. Cast Death Ward on you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You said they were scrying on us. I think I would now that somebody else has pointed it out, aware that I have used my once a day ability.
Yes. Yeah. Just you're feeling just a little under the weather.
I don't like to go into combat without that. Okay. Well, maximum effort.
See.
and I've got the halberd ready, and I'll jog, but not sprinting in full plate mail all the way through this city.
Come on.
Let's go.
As we get
Meanwhile, Malcolm is just ahead of everybody, running backwards.
Twat.
I hope he falls.
as
What's
we
it called?
Twat.
Okay. So you guys are sprinting through the ruined streets of Jahutek. Tobias, you were saying something?
I'm gonna sidle up next to Durkin and say, as we're running, if we're not gonna take the rock to the Furion, what about taking it to Malekith?
No.
Durkin doesn't say anything and keeps running.
Can I insight check while we're running and see if he likes that idea?
You and your insight checks, man.
I want to know.
Should
11.
have played a fucking rogue, man, the way you're trying to build connections.
With him covered in full plate, helmet on, you can't get a read.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys run through the streets. And you make it through. Like, there's no shots from any snipers. You don't see any rats. You start climbing the steps to the temple. And as you get to the top and you start moving into that, the entrance to that upper chamber, about 5 clan rats step out. One says, "You bring Ricket's thing?"
Yes, we stole it from the Dark Elves. They may be coming through the near the entrance, so be on the lookout.
If they show up, they show up. We stab, stab. We shoot, shoot. They die, die. Other rats die?
All good, good?
Yeah, I don't care.
Right.
Well, they got it
That's
from you
valid.
last time.
More
I'm
food.
just saying, be ready.
You got to adjust as you want. It says, come. We go find Ricket. And they lead you down through the temple. You actually, it takes you a little while, but you can say like about a half hour. You get back down to the chamber that you first found him in, and he's up on the gantry. He's like just going over some work. You see him; he's like twisting some dials and like running back and forth between different parts. You can't quite see what he's working on, but as you get down, the rat that first spoke to you says, Master Molder, the things, they're back. They say they brought it." He kind of leans over and goes, "You got the heart? You bring the heart back to Rickett?"
We did bring the heart, but you will show us to the portal and then we will give it to you.
His eyes just kind of narrow as he looks down and goes, "Elves supposed to have honor, respect. You changing deal?"
No, the deal was we were bringing it to you. You will show us the portal. We'll give it to you when you get us to the portal.
No. Deal was return heart. Return heart to place.
The
Place.
Then show you portal.
heart, maybe you needed to close the portal.
Is the place close to the heart? Is the portal close to the place where the heart wants to be returned to? Fuck.
Don't worry, Rickett ran of his word. Rickett show you to portal.
Inside check.
But Rickett also knows betrayal. If Rickett just brings you to portal, you kill Rickett. Rickett not have beasts to defend Rickett. Rickett's not stupid.
Inside check
We need-
16?
I got an insight of 19.
What is it you're trying to determine?
Is he honest? Is he...
Is the fucker gonna betray us? Is what I'm thinking.
He's honest in that it's clearly he's agitated by the fact that you are changing the deal on him.
The place. Okay. Question. The place that it needs to go, is it close enough to the portal we can use it to close the portal? Because we need to close the portal, and we're pretty sure we need this to close the portal.
Place where heart goes makes things stable is above portal.
How far?
That's Rickett not too sure on. Rickett never made jump down.
Jump then. Alright.
But no changing deal. Heart go back to stabilize beast, then Rickett show you how to get down.
Could you tell us a little bit about this beast?
It's better if Rickett show you.
Well then, lead the way, Master Rickett.
Look at you trying to get the cheese. Yes, follow Master Rickett. And he climbs down from there, walks around the walls of like the perimeter of the gantry he was on, brings you to the backside, and there is this hole that was carved out. He kind of stops and he looks at you all and says, "You good at climbing?"
No.
I is.
You good at falling?
Yes. Good at not falling too fast.
Okay. He starts climbing down and says, "Follow Rickett."
I stay close
How
to Neridia.
far?
I will attempt to climb down, and just keeping in mind that I have the feather fall if I do fall.
What does Featherfall do again?
slows my descent to
60 feet per.
60 feet per round, and then I gently float to the ground. No fall damage. It's fantastic.
Okay, roll on athletics. If you're climbing.
Can
That'd be
I?
a 3.
Well,
19 for Tobias.
Dirk, can you roll in
28.
private?
Oh, 28.
25.
15 for Mog.
Okay, Amber, what were you saying?
I rolled a 3.
Yeah, but you said, can I?
No, I was saying can I, and then
Oh.
she started climbing, so it didn't matter.
Okay. Yeah, you all start climbing. There's no actual like foothold, so once you start going, it's a very slick surface, and almost immediately, like, Neridia swings herself out, starts sliding, and just is scrambling on the rocks, until I guess the point like her hand comes down, she actually like pushes herself away from the wall, and there's this
And then I
immediate
cast
look of
Featherfall?
panic in her eyes as she casts Featherfall.
There was no panic in my eyes.
Okay.
Just
Just wait
alertness.
until you fall the distance that exceeds how far Featherfall takes you.
Well, then I just cast it again.
Don't
How
give him
far
ideas.
Featherfall falls?
I mean, I fall 60 feet per round for a minute, so
600?
Mhm.
I'm just gonna ask: are you casting on anyone else or just yourself?
well, it would cast on the 5 of us.
Good answer.
Well, it does say choose, and all you
Yeah.
said is I cast Featherfall. So
Yeah,
my
I'd
default
cast
is
it on all of us.
you're casting it on yourself because you're the one that fell.
I'd cast
But
it
if you
on
cast
all,
on-
all
okay.
of us.
Do you tell everyone they can just let go?
Like, look there for a second and see how they're doing, and then I say, if you really want to,
Well,
you could just fall.
If
What?
you're if you're falling, then you're not staying there for a second.
Yeah.
A second, and you're already down like 20 feet or something. You're gone.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
falling. It's 10 feet a
You're
second. It's 10 feet a
Okay.
second.
She's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
descending.
She's moving faster than you guys are.
You can jump if you want to.
You can leave
You can
this world
dance if
behind.
you want to.
Well, at that point, I'll be like, "Oh, that's nice," and I'm just gonna drop gracefully.
Doesn't
Can
it
we
say
see
that
the
it-
bottom?
I think Mogram has the longest vision, dark vision, at like 180 feet.
Yeah.
I'm 160 or something like that.
For creature.
You fall for a few rounds, and then Mogram starts to see the bottom. It's about 230 some odd feet down.
Yeah, I'm 120.
And
So-
Ricket's keeping pace with you, like climbing head down.
Alright, I was about to
That's
say
very
because
good.
if we're all on the cliff while she casts a spell on us, does it actually apply, or does it count as we've landed because we're still climbing down? And somebody tries to let go and just plummets.
No, just simplicity's sake.
Okay.
She cast it. You guys are
You
fine.
haven't landed on the ground.
Yeah, but if I'm holding it with all four
The
limbs,
reaction
does count as my plus
trigger
three?
is just when you or a creature you can see falls. It doesn't say when, and then it
No,
doesn't
it's,
limit.
it's the part at the end where it's like if a creature lands before the spell ends, the spell ends.
Yeah.
But
Uh-huh.
no, I'm just saying simplicity's sake to get this going faster. She casts it. You can all just detach and let go.
All right, I jump.
Okay.
And I just, like, cross my legs and wait.
And yeah, takes you most of the minute to get down, but you do finally land. And like you're looking around, and like as you're falling, you can see where the foundation of this temple, how far down it goes. You get to a point where it changes from the mined like square cut rock of the temple and changes into bedrock, and you get down to some like dirt and stuff like that, and it goes past that and then opens up into this cavern that's about 30 feet around, and then there's more tunnels that are now dug horizontally and start like spiraling down. And Rickett leads you through. When you get down to this level, you're now surrounded by about 20 or so clan rats, and they all kind of follow you down through the spiral. You go down about another 30 or so feet to what essentially is an elevator. You can see there's a shaft that's cut straight down. It's about 20 feet across in either direction. The wood is very, like, the construction is very shoddy. The wood is rotted and splitting, and where it looks like parts of it are breaking away, they've taken sheets of metal and like nailed it into the wood to give it some added stability. And there's ropes that come up from the corners to a pulley that kind of like goes up further and pulls off to the side and just disappears down to the tunnel into the darkness. Rickett steps on and says, "We go down?"
Okay.
Sure.
Malcolm tries to take a step cautiously and hears the wood creaking under him.
And it's like when Rickett, who's a fraction of your size, steps on, it's like swaying and creaking. And when Margrim steps on, it starts like groaning. And you're like, it must be safe, right?
How far down does it go?
That is the question. Once Rick gives a signal, the rats, the 20 clan rats that are with you, run down the secondary tunnel where the rope disappears. And it takes them about a minute before you feel like a little jolt as they take up some slack and the rope tightens again. And then you start descending about the same speed you were going down with Featherfall. You're on this elevator for 5 or so minutes, and it's just constantly going down further and further. And after that 5-minute mark, looking through the slats, you start to see this greenish light start to rise up from below you. But you can't get a clear view of what's down there. Suddenly you pass through the roof of this cavern, and you realize just how extensive the Skaven Undercity really is.
Map?
Judging by this is not a city that was a raiding party that dug in underground. You can't see the edges of this cavern. You see lights twinkling in the distance. You're looking at these overpasses, and you're watching thousands of rats moving about each other. Every now and then you'll watch as like the crowd on these bridges will part, and like a single solitary figure in a gray robe will move down the middle, flanked by 4 heavily armed and armored Skaven. They'll, like, this just bubble of space opens up and moves down the bridge. And you're starting to realize if you had to fight Clan Molder, you would have to fight all of this.
It's a civilization. This is an entire fucking city.
Mm-hmm.
And Rickett looks at you, and he's just got this toothy, ratty grin and says, "Glad made deal with Rickett, aren't you?"
I can
This deal also
say-
enables us to leave, right?
What did you say? This view?
This
Deal.
deal.
No, this deal also
Oh.
enables us to leave. Was her question.
We can negotiate.
You're a cruel one, mister.
We see how things go.
let us
Rickett's always looking to make new deals. Always looking for deals. So you keep descending, and like now you see the city. You're looking down, and it's probably about another 300 feet before you get to the platform where this elevator comes to a stop. And Rickett just kind of waves and says, "Come, come. Rickett, show you the place."
Question.
Answer.
Where's the green light coming from? Is it water? Is it gems? What is it? Fire?
Are you asking me or are you asking Rickett?
DM.
From like you're seeing the green lights. I closed the image, so thank you for that.
Sorry.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so like at the base where you've got the light coming, like it's kind of canals, kind of a some kind of tainted fluid down there. You would assume it's water of some kind, but like most of the torches you're seeing, the lanterns, they all have that same kind of tinge of green. And from your experience with the Skaven now at this point, you're realizing like it's tainted by warpstone of some kind. Whether that warpstone is located under the city or if the Skaven brought it with them or something along those lines, you're not entirely sure. But it's a safe bet that this city is run on warpstone.
All right. We built the city on Warpstone. Gotcha.
Yeah, I would not suggest trying to take a souvenir of it home. That's an idea even in Mog Room. It's like, nope, not doing it.
What do you
Staying
mean?
away.
It's cool stone.
So
Yeah, it's cool and glowy and basically fantasy year rating.
So Rickett leads you on this very like twisting path. Like you start on one bridge and then kind of like hops on a little platform which goes underneath and twists down a pillar, connects with another one, goes across, and he's leading you on this what seems like a completely random path through the city. But he's always just got this like dogged determination of he knows exactly where he's going, and he's taking the fastest route to get there. And where is it? Where he finally gets you to, looks like it's carved in, instead of being like the civilization carving of like having pillars and support like that. Now it gets to part like it looks like it's carved into the bedrock, and he's starting to move through like they're into a mining excavation. Like they've got tracks laid down, there's carts, there's mining equipment. And Rickett turns and looks at you and goes, "Not afraid of the dark, are you?"
No.
Not so far.
Good. It's just mine. It's just mine. But mine were heart go. Mine were beasts. I show you. I show you. Starts walking in. Where'd it go?
Let's hope Durkin isn't afraid of the dark.
Durkin's a dark elf.
Doesn't mean he spends his time in the dark. That's just what they're called.
I was born in the dark.
I'm molded by it.
It's a dark elf
burns.
night life. Night light.
Okay.
That's an awesome animation.
Yep.
Do you guys hear the sounds?
I don't.
Go into the sounds and increase the environment.
I don't think I'm close enough to the
Oh,
sounds
cool.
yet.
Okay, I hear it in the.
Ah, you gotta get closer.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
So, two very distinct things you should be hearing right now is stop moving.
Yeah, but I just wanted to.
So yeah, the track
to hear
kind
the
of
beautiful noise.
winds through, and you've got torches laid out that have that same flickering green fire you've seen throughout the entire Undercity. Far distance of the room is a machine that's constantly moving, and you can see parts of the interior that are glowing with that same sickly green light. So it's clear this is being run by Warpstone. It's just starting to realize like all escaping technology is, in some sense, powered by Warpstone. And it looks like they're just kind of digging out and expanding this this mine. But over that constant clamor and hammering sound of the machinery, you do hear very deep and long drawn out breathing coming from behind it's again roughly designed and put together wooden slats of this very rickety looking wall that seems to have blocked off one section of the cave. And Rickett says, that is beast. That be test to make sure we make stable. And he kind of gestures to the center of the room, the bridge overlooking this pit where you can see like the light, this green flickering light radiating up, and it's not the same green that you've seen from the Warpstone. This has a more necrotic feel to it. Like even just how close you're getting, you can almost smell the decay and the poison coming up from it. Rickett stops and looks at the wall and says, You want to see Beast?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Malcolm will very much go over there with like a grin on his face as he hears the best fight of his life.
So he walks over to the corner, and there's a just like a spar sticking out. Well, right beside that is a hammer, and he picks up the hammer and just winds up and smashes this rod, which breaks whatever support was in the wall, and it all just comes crumbling down. And I'm going to share a picture for you guys.
Oh,
isn't
he
This thing is just from Rickett's point of view, it is beautiful. Parts of the machinery are worked into it. It has
Did you share the photo?
not yet. I'm getting there.
Okay.
It has multiple arms that have like bladed limbs. There are rat heads. There are human heads. There are heads of creatures you've never seen. Horns protruding from every angle, and like part of the body will twist in upon itself, and the head will disappear and appear somewhere else. But every eye you see on it is closed, and that loud wheezing breath is coming from every mouth just kind of like slack jawed and hanging open. But the longer you look at it, you're watching as, like, every now and then you'll see some of the flesh start to decay, and one of the heads will fall off and just crumble into dust as another one appears, kind of like regenerating itself. The only thing that comes to mind as you look at this thing is it is an absolute abomination.
Cute.
Ricket, you're not going to be able to control that thing.
You think Ricket amateur? Ricket Master Molder.
How do you manage it? Never seen anything like it.
All technique. He
Gotcha.
walks over to the bridge and turns to look at you and says, okay, now you, complete deal. Give Ricket heart.
Is that the portal down below? How do we reach it?
Ricket not tell you until Ricket stabilize.
Fine, just give it to him. But if you don't take us there, we will take this back and kill you, just so you know.
Ricket rats of his word. Ricket said he'd bring you to portal. Ricket bring you to portal. Give Ricket the heart.
Durkin, come on.
Or Ricket
want it
call Clan
known-
Molder. And bring all
want-
Clan Molder on your head. You see what Clan Molder is. You see how strong Clan Molder is. Give Ricket the heart.
What do you mean by you will show us how to get down there?
Ricket said he'd take you to portal. Take you to Rift. Ricket show you how to get down.
I'll take the bag off and toss it to him. But I give Cardinal a very pointed glare.
Yeah.
Good of thing. Always stick to deal. Never break deal.
Not an elf.
Not you. Him. Takes the
Information's
bag.
incorrect.
Moves out to the middle of the bridge. Lets the bag drop. And actually holds it. It's the first time you've seen someone manhandle it. Holds it with both hands. Reaches out over the abyss below him. Lets go. And it drops about 3 feet before it rises back up to about little above his head height. And as it's there, it starts to like twist and turn, and it almost seems like it's writhing as it starts to absorb some of the energy. And you first notice that the light that is emanating from down below actually coalesces into a single beam of energy rising straight through the heart and continues up through a hole in the ceiling. Rigid looks at it and goes, better. Now we test. He reaches into a pack and pulls out a warp stone that's about the size of his fist. He holds it so he's like just holding it between a couple claws and it sticks out, and he puts it into the stream. And you watch as the innate glow that's in that rock starts to increase in brightness and it starts to kind of pulse a little bit. He goes, good. Okay. Calm, Ricketts, calm. Exciting day, calm. And he walks it back over to the abomination. And he says, now the right place for it is... Damn, we could forget. Oh, it's right here. He kind of like sticks like dead center into the chest. And he steps back and he's watching. And you can see a mix of excitement, pride, and terror. As he doesn't exactly know what's going to happen right now. But that constant like decay of the body falling apart and regenerating slows down to the point where it forms and looks stable, and like the wheezing part of the breath stops, and it's now just very constant and stable breath. He goes, oh good, oh, beast stable, beast beautiful, we're getting so happy.
Glad we could help.
You, she thing, you. He's pointing at Cardinal. He says, you ask how Rick can control? Reaches onto his belt, pulls out a whip, and cracks it. He says, Rick can show you. As every eye on the beast opens up. And next time you get to fight an abomination.
Oh god. Well, I did want to fight it. Oh, shake your head. What were you gonna do instead, Dirk? Not
We're gonna kill Ricket after he told us how to get down in the portal. I was trying to negotiate a new deal, but y'all were like, nah.
He's not gonna negotiate, twat.
He was. He said he likes
That's your new
making
favorite
deals.
word? Twat?
It's not new.
It's the first time I've ever heard you use it.
Really?
Yeah. And used it
Yes.
twice today. That's shocking.
Oh my god. Is my British colony showing?
So, the worst part about all this is after last week, Shock sends me a message to be like, are we gonna fight a Hellpit abomination?
Like, Shock,
What makes you
come
think
on,
I'm gonna
Shock.
give you an answer to that? Son of a bitch.
One of us knows what's going on, the rest of us don't. But yeah, this will be a fun fight.
It will be very interesting.
I look
I
forward
have-
to it.
I have ideas, but we'll see how it goes down.
Well, Ricket, you were nice. I'm sorry we're gonna have to kill you and then torture the information out of you, but you know, it's all on you, kinda. But that has been Quest and Dress. Thank you guys for sticking out until the end. Hopefully you had a good time and enjoyed the Ricket happenings. I'm just gonna turn this volume down so I can hear myself. We stream 2 to 3 times a week. Today was our Rise of the Everchosen. Sundays will be Herald of Rain. If you like spies set in 13th century Silk Road, come hang out. We've got assassins, we've got tea, all the good stuff. And every alternate Tuesday, should time allow, we will have When Nine Lights Rise, where it is 9 new devils arising to take the place of gods. Always fun. Different flavors, different campaigns. Hope you like something. And if you like it, feel free to give us a follow. Thank you all to the raiders for today, Roll Track Attack, and names. I remember names.
Wisconsin Death Trap.
And Wisconsin Death Trap. I was gonna say Wisconsin Death Trap again. Wisconsin Death Trap. Thank you for visiting us and hanging around. We are raising money for Extra Life, so if you have a couple of dollars left anytime between now and 149 days, if you look right there, it goes to Mac Kids Hospital in Hamilton, Ontario. Help the kids, and it's a good cause. Other than that, you can check out our personal stuff. Quest accepted, welcome in. You can check out our personal projects. Springer does knives, Ezra does TikToks, Booty streams on other channels, and so do I. So if you want to see all of our stuff, come hang out in Discord and tell us hi, bye. What does your pet do? We would love to hear it. Duty, do we have a raid?
Yeah, we're gonna be rating Rev Elridge. Show him some love. He's a TTRPG streamer, DM. I think he prefers to run Pathfinder, but show him some love. I believe he's playing some of the Hunt Showdown. In the meantime, like Fox said, you can find us back here Sunday for Herald of Rain. And all that's left to say now is bye, everybody.
Bye.